However, that's not us finished, because there's still one more that we'll have to touch on. We simply can't ignore it. And that comes on Tuesday in Japan. And we've got a big, massive rematch between Inoue and Donaire and Inoue. Obviously, and don't really need to introduce these two guys. Inoue, superstar, in a lot of people's top 10, top 5 pound for pound rankings, 22-0 with 19 stoppages. Then you look at Donaire, and he's just, he is a legend of the sport. 42-6 he is, 28 stoppages. But then some of the wins he has in his career are absolutely superb. Obviously, I alluded to the pair fought back in November 2019 in the World Boxing Super Series final, and Inoue won that. But again, I think it's maybe fair to say that it was definitely his toughest fight against Donaire. So yeah, definitely a rematch I'm really, really excited about, and excited to hear your thoughts too, Greg and Elliot. Elliot, I'll come to you first. What are your thoughts on this fight, and how you do see it going?
See it being an Inoue stoppage this time around, to be perfectly honest. I just think I'm mostly looking at judging on the sort of age of Donaire. I mean, the way the first fight was, obviously, like you say, it was a tough fight. It was a good fight. It was a good test for Inoue. But then you obviously look at it and go, I mean, that was what, like you say, 3 years ago. In the meantime, he's fought, what was it, Ubeli and Caballo or someone of that nature as well. So it's like a couple of 4-rounders. I just think, this time around, I just see him getting stopped, frankly. That's where my gut is leaning towards. Now, obviously, sitting there going, yeah, has he got the talent to go the distance? Of course he has. But I just think you're looking at Inoue, 29 now, in his prime, concussive, knock you out essentially from different shots from different positions. I think it's going to be a stoppage victory, frankly. Inoue, I think maybe somewhere around 5 to 8, somewhere around there for me.
Very interesting, Greg. Do you agree with Elliot? I'm surprised that he was so confident in saying that he thinks Inoue will come away with a stoppage. What are your thoughts, Greg?
Rematches are funny old things. Look at Corrales Castillo. Corrales showed absolute heart of a lion, managed to stop Castillo in the 10th. Second round, Castillo absolutely bossed him and knocked him out in 4 rounds. It's very difficult to see how rematches are going. Power alone and age creeping into it, I can completely see where Elliot's coming from. But see off the top of your guys' head, don't ask me why I think this is relevant, but where is the fight? Is it in Japan again? Or
Yeah, it's in Japan, man, yeah.
2 rounds down already in terms of everything, not through any fault of the judges or anything. It's just going there against an absolute beast like Inoue. It's tough. I actually sneaked to watch the first fight when I was working for my old employer. So if they're watching this, I'm really sorry. That day I wasn't very productive because I had my phone under my desk watching it. Yeah, it's a different one because I think Donaire might be a bit of a bogeyman for Inoue because he was starting to push Inoue back. And I'm just thinking, if Donaire says to himself that he needs to start earlier this time in the fight, it could go in his favour. But that can also be looked at as if he starts earlier, his energy is going to go down quicker and Inoue could catch him. You've got to fancy Inoue, but guys, I'm going to shock you with this. You're not going to hear many people say this. I've never been blown away by Inoue. I really haven't. I think he's a good fighter. I think he punches crazily concussive, but I'm dying to see somebody able to take that power, and then we can have a wee chat about it. And I think Donaire can take his power. So I'm edging towards Inoue, but again, I'm not overly confident.
Yeah, I think it's interesting what you say about nobody really being able to take Inoue's power, but Donaire was one of the few who did take some of his best shots last time. And as you mentioned there, Greg, this is obviously going to be the 13th round, so to speak. And I think Donaire did finish quite strong against Inoue the first time around. So if he can just start that earlier and pick up where he left off, almost, I think it's definitely an interesting fight.
And circle away for that massive left hand. Stay away from it.